First of all, let's look at the type of strings you can actually put on the guitar. Light strings will have a high E string with a gauge of 9 or below. Heavier strings will tend to be 11 or above on the high E string. Light strings are generally easier to play, particularly for fast or lead styles. They're also easier to break, but they can be better for higher tunings. Heavier strings will be harder to play because you need more finger strength for chords and bends. They're also more durable, so they will suit heavy strumming styles. They will give you a heavier, more full sound, and they're much better for lower tunings. You can, of course, go for a standard gauge set and get the best of both worlds. It's important to bear in mind if you change the gauge of your strings, you might need to adjust the truss rod and action afterwards. This is because different gauges will apply different tensions to the neck of your guitar. Now, to restring the guitar, first of all, we're going to remove the low E string. You should remove one string at a time. This will mean that there's some tension left on the neck. Releasing all of this in one go can cause unnecessary stress to the guitar. Turn the tuner towards you so that the string will slacken off. Continue doing this until you can remove the string, as you can see here. Now remove the string from the tuner and pull it back through the bridge of the guitar. Be careful at this point not to scratch the face of the guitar with the end of the string. Once you have finished, coil the string up and bin it. Now remove the low E string from the packaging. This will be the thickest one in the set. Uncoil it once you've got it out of the packet. You now need to feed this string back through the bridge where you just removed the old one. On a Les Paul or similar guitar like this one, the string will be fed through the tailpiece and across the bridge, like you can see here. For a guitar like a Stratocaster where the bridge goes through the body, you'll need to feed the strings through these holes on the back. Pull the string all the way through so that the stopper sits firmly in the bridge. Now run the string across the saddle and take it down towards the capstan. Now feed the string through the hole on the capstan, but leave enough slack to wind onto the peg. Press the string down just behind the nut when you're winding it onto the capstan. This will help it wind on correctly and also keep it located in the slot on the nut. For a string on the top side of the headstock like this one, turn the tuner away from you so that the string winds on counterclockwise, as you can see here. For a string on the bottom side of the headstock, turn the tuner towards you so that the string winds on clockwise. The string should wind down onto the capstan with at least 1 to 2 turns around the peg once you've finished. Make sure as you tighten the tuner that the string remains seated correctly on the saddle and at the nut. You may need to slacken off the string to correct this if one of them falls off. If your guitar has string trees like this on it, you'll also need to make sure the strings remain located underneath them. Now, using a tuner, make sure the string is roughly in tune, and then snip off any excess with a pair of wire cutters. Now repeat the process for the remaining strings. Remember, strings on the bottom side of the headstock should wind on in the opposite direction to those on the top. Make sure that you line up the strings on the saddles and at the nut, and use the tuner to get each string roughly into pitch. Once you've got all the strings onto the guitar, retune them all using the tuner. You should then stretch the strings using the following process to make sure that they stay in tune. Once you've got the string in tune, pull the string up firmly from the middle of the fretboard, like this. Play the string again, it will probably have dropped in tuning. Tune it back up and repeat the process until the tuning stabilises. When it stops going out of tune, move on to the next string and repeat the process. Once you've done this for all of the strings, the guitar should stay in tune nicely. Before you finish, check the tuning on all strings using the tuner. Your guitar should now be ready to go.